What if China and the United States went to war today? It begins without a declaration. No speeches, no formal announcement, just a signal glitch in the Pacific. A radar contact that shouldn't be there. A shadow moving faster than expected. Somewhere between Taiwan and the South China Sea, a decision is made in seconds that took decades to build. This is not a distant future. This is not science fiction. This is a question hanging over the world right now. What if China and the United States went to war today? For more than 70 years, the world has lived under a fragile balance. Two superpowers, different systems, different values, intertwined economies, rival ambitions. The United States, the dominant global military power since the end of World War II. China, the fastest rising power in modern history. They trade with each other, they threaten each other, they prepare for each other, and yet they have never fought a direct full-scale war. Until now. What if that line finally broke? To understand this scenario, we need to understand where such a war would begin. It would not start in Washington. It would not start in Beijing. It would start in the Pacific, most likely around Taiwan. Taiwan is a self-governed island with its own military economy and democracy. China considers it a breakaway province. The United States considers it a partner and has long promised deliberately ambiguously to help defend it. This ambiguity has kept the peace for decades. But in this scenario, something changes. A blockade. A missile test gone wrong. A collision between naval vessels. A declaration that reunification can no longer wait. China moves first. China's initial advantage is proximity. Its missiles are already aimed. Its airfields are minutes away. Its navy is operating close to home. Within hours, hundreds of ballistic and cruise missiles streak toward Taiwan's air bases, ports, radar stations, and command centers. Runways crack. Communications go dark. Satellites are jammed. This is not an invasion yet. This is paralysis. China's goal in the opening phase is speed. Cripple Taiwan before the world can respond. At the same time, cyber attacks ripple outward. Financial systems are disrupted. Power grids flicker. Information becomes unreliable. This is modern war. Silent, instant, relentless. The United States now faces a choice it has tried to avoid. Intervene and risk a war between nuclear-armed states, or stand back and watch the global order fracture. In this scenario, the United States intervenes. Carrier strike groups already in the region move closer. Submarines slip into contested waters. Long-range bombers take off from Guam, Japan, and the continental United States. But this is no longer the era of uncontested American dominance. China has prepared for this moment. The main element of change in this war is not sheer firepower. It is denial. China's military strategy is built around one idea: keep the United States out. Anti-ship ballistic missiles designed specifically to target aircraft carriers, dense layers of air defenses, a massive submarine fleet, hypersonic weapons that compress reaction time to seconds. The skies over the Western Pacific become some of the most dangerous airspace in human history. American pilots face advanced radar long-range missiles and swarms of drones. Naval commanders must decide whether to push carriers closer and risk catastrophic loss or hold them back and reduce effectiveness. Every move carries consequences. Every delay costs lives. Compare this to the wars of the past. World War II unfolded over years. Troops mobilized slowly. Industries converted gradually. This war would unfold in days. Even the Cold War, for all its tension, was defined by restraint. Proxy wars, near misses, back-channel communication. A U.S.-China war would be different. There are no buffers, no neutral oceans, no clean separation between civilian and military systems. Satellites used for weather and GPS are also used for targeting. Commercial ports double as military logistics hubs. Civilian networks carry military data. The battlefield is everywhere. As fighting intensifies, the conflict spreads. Japan is drawn in as U.S. bases on its territory become targets. Missiles strike runways in Okinawa. South Korea goes on high alert. Australia provides logistics and intelligence. Global shipping lanes are disrupted. Insurance markets panic. Energy prices surge. Within a week, the global economy begins to fracture. This is not collateral damage. It is a central feature of the war. China and the United States are the two largest economies on Earth. Their separation sends shockwaves through every supply chain. Semiconductors disappear. Factories shut down. Markets crash. Billions of people feel the effects without a single shot being fired near them. Meanwhile, on the ground in Taiwan, the pressure builds. If China believes it has sufficiently weakened defenses, it attempts the most complex military operation imaginable. An amphibious invasion. Hundreds of ships crossing rough seas under constant threat. Paratroopers landing behind enemy lines. Urban combat in dense cities. History offers a warning here. Amphibious invasions are brutal. Even successful ones are costly. Taiwan's terrain favors defense. Mountains, narrow beaches, prepared positions. Every street becomes contested. Every building a potential fortress. This is no quick victory. As casualties mount, a new question emerges. How far is too far? Both sides possess nuclear weapons. Neither wants to use them. But escalation has a logic of its own. A sinking carrier. A destroyed airbase. A cyber attack misinterpreted as preparation for a nuclear strike. Decision windows shrink. Leaders must choose with incomplete information under immense pressure, knowing that hesitation and aggression are both deadly. This is where history offers its darkest lessons. Wars rarely unfold as planned. They expand, they spiral, they escape control. Eventually, one of three outcomes begins to take shape. A negotiated ceasefire after immense destruction, leaving no clear winner, and a permanently divided world. A prolonged regional war that drains resources, destabilizes governments, and reshapes alliances for generations. Or a catastrophic escalation that redraws the boundaries of what humanity believes is survivable. None of these outcomes resemble victory. In the end, this what-if is not about who would win. It is about what would be lost. Lives, stability, trust, decades of global integration. A war between China and the United States would not just be a military conflict. It would be a rupture in history, the end of one era, the beginning of something far more uncertain. And that brings us to the final uncomfortable question. If this is the cost, if this is the risk, what choices are being made right now quietly behind closed doors that determine whether this scenario remains a documentary or becomes tomorrow's breaking news? And if this war never happens, what other what-if might be even closer than we think?